just want to say I had an awful day today. Oh, I'm really exhausted, but I thought I'd get on. Maybe we get a few people to join. I see Tina's here. Thank you, Tina. And Trev, you're the man. Thanks. You had a good show on Saturday. I think I fell asleep about 35, 40 minutes into it, but up in that time I was okay. So today I got some comics to show. And I want to talk a little bit about the Anachronic College of Comic Book Knowledge. But just want to tell you, today I have an old Jeep that my daughter uses. She's in Boston. Right? She's a doctor in Boston. And so she wanted to get a parking sticker so she can park in the street in Boston, right? Hey, Bulldog, how you doing? And so you can't do that if the car is registered in New York. It has to be registered in Massachusetts. Hey, Matt Woods. Guys, if anybody wants to join, I've got the link set up right up there at start at the top. I don't know how to, if somebody could tell me how to post it or something so it's there, happy to do it. If not, I'll just put it in again. But the practical thing is that I had to drive all the way up to the Berkshires over 2 hours with the Jeep, change the title to a Massachusetts title, get it registered, get new plates, and then I had to get the car inspected in Massachusetts because you have to do it within 7 days, and it failed inspection. So that was 2 hours and 15 minutes up there, all the inspection stuff. So I went and got something to eat. My wife and daughter were with me, and I drove back. So now I've got to get the car fixed, and then I got to drive it back up to Massachusetts to go through the whole rigmarole again, So it's just crazy. Guys, thanks. I mean, if somebody wants to join me in the discussion and stuff, that's fine. The link is up towards the top. I don't know how to, I just realized, hey, Gary, I just realized that I didn't know how to, whatever the word is, point or, put the thing there, what have you, but it's at the top. Somebody tells me how to do it, I'll do it. But if not, we'll just have to keep going, I guess. So I'm happy to have anybody join me if they want. Again, the link is at the top. I'll copy it and paste it again. Talk about whatever you want. I got some books, and I want to talk about the Anachronic College of Comic Book Knowledge, if I can, as well. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to do it. That's the problem. Okay. So who else is here? Anybody else that I missed? Gary, I said, right? Steve White, I mentioned. Trev. All right. That's cool. So I just told my sad story about Massachusetts, right? So I'm really kind of tired, but I wanted to, I couldn't get to record this. So I thought I'd just go online and do it. So first thing I want to do is say that, I like, one of my faves is Booster Gold. And I didn't realize right off the bat, I got this back from CGC. I got a few CGC things, that there was a silver version of Booster Gold #1. So I got a copy of it. It looked pretty good. So I said, okay, I didn't have to clean it. I did kind of a cold press on it and sent it in. I'm not sure you'll be able to see this here, but it's really cool. It's facsimile edition. It came out last September. Dan Jurgens cover. It's a San Diego Comicon 2023 exclusive. I want to talk about exclusives. Let me see if I can do this. So there you go. So it's just like silver foil. Very cool. Very cool. So I could add that to my Booster Gold collection. All right. So that's one. Now, the other two that I got here, I think it's two, because this one is a bigger box than the other one. I believe they are both signatures that I got at the New York Comicon. All right. I had gone there. I spent all morning. I was just there one day. I spent all morning that Thursday that and got 3 signatures. One of them was on a book that I already had a signature on. So I'm getting my first CBCS reviewed and graded book. So one of them, the artist, I won't tell you who it is because I'm hoping to get it soon and I'll show it. But the artist was live, so I got that live. But the writer, I got it signed at Midtown Comics. So that one's just going to be certified. So I went with CBCS so I can get the whole thing done like that, you know. So we'll see. Yeah, Frog Brawler, how you doing? Yeah, Booster Silver. It's really a cool. I just, thing was I didn't know this existed, and I saw it on somebody's show. I forget, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm Mr. Booster Gold. I got to go get this thing," But it's just so cool. It really is. And even in the back, some more silver goodness, right? Right. So that's going into the collection. So anyway, so I went there. The first one, I'm not sure which one this is. Well, I got Peach Momoko, right, and David Nakayama. Now, I think this. Let's see if I get this one here. And I didn't press or clean these either. All right. Let's see. Okay, this is the Peach Momoko one. It was really a great story with Peach. Oh, we got somebody here. There he is.
Hey, Mr. Joe, how you doing?
Mr. Muscle Man, thank you for showing up. Yeah, I'm doing well.
Just chilling out in my undershirt.
But don't you live in the sticks? Isn't it like 23 degrees out there or something?
Well, I'm inside, Joe.
Oh, okay.
That has something to do with
it. Anyway, so I was just showing my foiled Booster Gold, and
I hear your Booster Silver.
Yeah. Now, the thing about it was I was damn surprised to get these because the New York Comicon was only a couple of weeks ago, and suddenly they showed up. I got something saying they're sending it to me. I said, "Whoa, that's pretty cool." So the Peach Momoko one, I know a lot of people like Peach. A lot of people don't like Peach. I sometimes like Peach. Sometimes I don't like Peach. Sometimes I like nectarines, but that's another story. But anyway.
He's hit or miss with me. Some stuff she does is amazing. Some's
yeah. So I wanted to get her signature on something, and I was debating between 2 different books, but the Hitomi cover that she did was, in my view, just so good. And I love Hitomi. Himtak, is really good. I spoke to the artist. The internal artist is I forget her name offhand, but it's probably here. She was from Italy, so I saw her last year. Was able to talk to her in Italian for a bit. She lives in Rome, so that was pretty cool as well.
I didn't know any of this.
Excuse me? You didn't know any of this? Oh, yeah. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, here it is. Hitomi Peach Momoko. Now the funny thing about this is, when I show you this, it's not worth a lot of money, okay? But I want to get her signature on it. It's maybe worth $40, $50, But I bought it at cost, so maybe it comes out even. But I didn't realize this, but on the form, the woman from CGC put down as a declared value $400. So I said, wait a minute, does that mean I paid more? But it wasn't. It was okay,
Yeah.
So, but I said to myself, what the hell? I didn't even see that before. Anyway, so here it is.
That's the minimum that they'll insure for.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, Trev says most of the books he loves is $40 to $50. Yeah,
I'm with you, Trev. Books don't have to cost anything.
No, not at all.
To you.
Hey, Richard, how are you? Thanks for showing up.
Hey, Richard.
What is Tina saying? Woodsy looking good in red. Woo! Oh, look at that. He's making the muscles. All right.
I don't have any muscles. Wish I did.
Now you sound like Reggie. He says he has a man bod. Meanwhile, when you see the guy, he's like built like crazy, right?
Yeah, I know. He's a legit professional bodybuilder. He's got a dad bod, my rear end.
Yeah, right. So again, Hitomi's pretty cool. So this is interesting. So when I went to, I had this, I brought this book with me. So I go there and I didn't know what to do exactly. So I walk with and we have Steve the Voice. How you doing, Steve?
The Voice. We are honored with the newest,
I know, my God,
YouTuber out there.
The newest YouTuber. You got to check it out. He's got some good stuff he's showing.
We're not worthy, Steve.
I am working on it. It's a work in progress. I'll get there. Things
He'll
will
do
just,
it.
it'll happen organically,
It will.
It will. 100%.
Yeah. So anyway, so I go up there and they tell me, oh, you need an appointment with her. And they give me this whole sob story about the fact that, was it last year or at San Diego? They didn't realize how popular she was because she was signing books for free, 10 books for free. She wasn't charging any money. And so she got so inundated, she got upset that to take her out, she had to cry in the corner. So this year here, and I guess they did it at San Diego as well. They you had to have an appointment. So I said, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't have an appointment. So she hears me. She goes, no, wait here. I'll sign it. So I said, okay.
Oh, wow.
And I said, well, I don't have the CGC person. She goes, no, he's right here. The CG person's right here. I said, okay. And so I gave it to her and she signed it. I was so taken aback. I didn't take.
I'm sorry, Joe. Did she say that she would sign it in Italian, English, or Japanese?
Peach Momoko is not Italian.
I know she's not. Who was speaking Italian you were talking about? That's why I was so thrown off.
The interior artist for Hitomi.
Ah, okay. I thought you were talking about Peach Momoko. I didn't know.
No, her name is Isabella Mazzanti.
Okay.
Very nice person. Anyway, so she said she'd sign it. So I got it signed by her. And I said, oh, this is cool. She didn't charge me. And then she says, no, she'll do the first 2 for free. I said, well, I should have brought 2 books. That would have been fun. Anyway, so this is the one. It's really, I think she did a great job on this. This is the protagonist in the story. So let me see if let me make myself big, as they say.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is really cool.
It's one of the best that she's ever done,
Yeah.
And her signature is kind of weird. It's right there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it says, but that's what she signed it.
I bet you it says Peach Momoko.
Well, it probably says something like that, I would think. Steve, you're so like.
You did set yourself up, Joe.
Thank God you're here.
But I'm bumped.
You signed it right here. I don't know what it says.
It's in Japanese.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I couldn't tell. If I didn't know she signed it and I saw her sign it, I wouldn't know what it said.
Yeah.
But it's just a great piece of art. She did a great job on this. And so when I saw this, I said, when I first got this book, I said, if she's going to be at New York Comicon next year, I'm going to bring this book for her to sign. And so that's what I did. So that's pretty cool. So that was the second. Now the third, the next book was, and I think it was Milt. Milt kept saying, hey, Wellbore, how you doing? Milt kept saying, are you going to get the exclusive Zatanna cover? And I said, yeah, I'm going to get that. And I'm going to get Nakayama to sign it. Well, then when I was looking through my books, I realized that I had the 2022 David Nakayama foil Zatanna cover. I said, why should I buy another one? So I didn't buy one.
Why not?
I brought this one with me. And I got him. Let me add him here. He's got some books from him. So I'm talking to him and I don't know what that answer was supposed to be. But then I did, because I had more time and it was less intense than the Peach Momoko place. I did get a picture of him signing the book.
Perfect.
So that was kind of cool to get that.
See, now you can print that and then you can put it in the back of the book.
I know, that's the Steve the Voice White methodology.
Yes.
So anyway, so I got that.
Nakayama is so absolute talented. Like,
right.
He just does such a great job on everything.
So I'm assuming this is the New York Comicon when you went to the signature.
Yes.
Did you see Adam Hughes down there?
I spent the whole morning just trying to get 3 signatures.
I meant to ask you if you saw Adam Hughes down there.
I didn't even see him. But if I go next year, oh, that's right. I don't have any more of those Adam Hughes Wonder Woman covers. But I mean, does he go to Toronto?
No, I've never seen him up here. I
Well,
would have been at his
year-
booth if he was. I would have had a whole pack of them signed. I don't know where I got them from.
Next year, if you want, and you send them to me,
Yeah.
I'd be happy to get them signed for you. I'll have to go with somebody else to make sure I get the photographs for you, though.
Oh yeah, I got to have the pictures.
Yeah, I know. That's the part that worries me.
The photographic evidence.
So here it is. This is, let me make myself big again here. It's really a cool cover. And I bought this a couple of years ago, I guess.
Oh, shiny.
Yeah, it's a foil cover.
Very shiny.
Wow, that's a
He
cool
signed it in
signature
some sort
too.
of blue
Yeah.
glow signature.
It looks like it's outside of the case. That is cool.
Doesn't it? It looks like it's jumping out
Tina,
of it,
the
right?
shiny would like that cover. Tina likes shiny things.
Yeah,
Tina shiny alert.
Yeah, I think she, let's see.
That is cool.
Yeah, it is really a cool cover. And it's just a beautiful cover. And so I had a discussion with them, you know.
Trev's
I said,
messing
I
up the
love
channel.
your Zatanna covers. And he says, there's not a lot of opportunities to do Zatanna. He says, I wish they would give me a whole book to do because I love Zatanna. It's my favorite character to draw. Isn't that something? So I said, I'm with you. I said, if you want me to make a call for you, let me know. So he's drawn a couple of really, really cool pictures of her. So I'm happy. So I got 2 of the 3 books back within a few weeks. This is Dark Crisis #4.
That is such a quick turnaround.
I mean, it surprised the hell out of me. I didn't realize that they were coming in so quickly like that. So
I remember waiting like a year plus.
Oh yeah, absolutely. For anything signed, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was the case. Now I knew that they were they were quicker because if you go on their website, it basically says, it's quicker, it's this and that. So, but it was like, what is it? Like it was the 9th or the 10th when I went. So it's like, 2-3 weeks, whatever. I mean,
it seems
crazy.
like everything's coming back faster. Even up here, my guy in Oshawa there at he says he's getting a turnaround time within a couple of weeks as well, and that's up here in the White Walker world.
Wow. Well, but the thing is too. I mean, I did take a look. Let me see if I could bring this one up. Let me stop sharing this. Oh, let me see. Yeah.
Trev is killing me.
I know.
What's he doing?
He's just the comments that he's making is hilarious.
Just
funny.
He's putting DNA everywhere, apparently.
He's just a legit good dude and has a great sense of humor.
Right. Frog Brother, I actually brought the books with me because I had these books and I knew I wanted to get the 3 signatures. The 2 that I left with CGC came back like in 2.5 weeks. It was just amazing.
That's awesome.
It was that long.
I've been finding even the mail service has been faster. I've been buying books from my comic shop down there in Texas, and they've been showing up like a week, sometimes a week and a half later. And it used to be like a month before I got them, or 2 months.
What's going on in the world? Are we like getting better as we get, progress through the years? What's going on?
I don't know. Something's happening.
Yeah. We're getting ready to take over Canada.
That's okay. Go for it.
Starting with the mail service.
Yeah.
So one of the things was
border.
Yeah, let me see if I could get this. There you go. So I went online because it's still there, and I said, this page is not working really well for some reason. I don't know why.
Exclusives.
Yeah. I went to see how many exclusives they had. There's exclusives. This
toys.
is 2023, right?
Okay.
These are all the exclusives that they had, all different kind of exclusives. I mean, you can go
T-shirts.
broke. I'm trying to get to some. There are some comic books on this as well.
Yeah, it's weird at a Comic-Con and there's no comics.
Yeah, there's some. I know.
Not a whole lot.
Look. Where the hell's the comic books?
Yeah, scrolling.
Who does that? Scrolling.
It's Reggie.
We're scrolling.
Furious Tales. There's something. 30th anniversary Jurassic Park foil stamped print. Oh, here it is. Action Comics 1057.
Oh,
Supergirl foil, $40.
Wow.
Doomsday Special, $40. Let's see.
Oh, there's some more.
Oh, this is for Gary here. Zeb Wells.
Yeah.
It won't let me. Oh, here we go. Let me open it. Let's see if I can open it so Gary can see the full thing.
And we're buffering.
Look at that.
Buffering. Oh, nice.
Oh,
the Virgin is 30.
Cat.
You want them both 40. Ooh, that's a nice one. Zeb Wells. Nicely
See,
done.
if you were just going for like one exclusive, that's all you wanted. $40 is $40, but man, that price is over. That makes it almost prohibitive to go there because you're not going to want one exclusive. You're going to want, multiple.
Well, you got to offset the cost of what it costs you to go to the con in the first place, plus transportation. You got to add all that up. It costs you more than $40 for that book.
And don't
people that buy them just to fund, their trip.
Yeah.
But look at this. I mean, if you're somebody that buys and sells this stuff, okay, maybe,
Yeah.
But look at, I mean, this is a beautiful one,
Yeah.
It's beautiful. These are good too. Look at it. Look, a Spider-Man, the Syndicate, David Finch variant.
Oh, look,
What's
a 300
this?
homage.
Look at this one.
Another one.
Somebody's going to have to there'll be a whole book on that, on how many times it's been homaged.
Well, actually, I'm doing, because we did the homage thing last time.
Yes,
I'm doing research as to if you're going to get like 5 or 10, I'm not sure what the number is going to be. Which ones should you get? Which ones should you buy? So I'm looking.
I like those chrome ones. Yeah, those Superman, Batman ones.
Batman 227. That's my pick.
That's your pick. Yeah.
If you're gonna get a homage, get that one.
Look at this Black Widow one. She didn't look that good in the movie. Excuse me.
I don't know, man. She looked pretty good in the movie too.
Autograph signing. I don't even see that there was a Zatanna one. I don't even see it here. Oh, Conan the Barbarian #1 version.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah. I gave up trying to collect every cover of Conan.
Yeah.
What was it? The Ablaze, they just had way too many with the Sumerian. And then but I was still collecting all the Marvel variant covers. But now that it's with Titan, I just can't do it. So
I just get 1 or 2.
Yeah. I get the ones that you can just buy off the rack, without.
That's all I do too.
This variant craze is just out of control.
I mean, there's more here. There's a whole
Back in the 80s, I would have looked at myself in horror. It's like I'm buying the same book over and over with a different cover.
I know, right?
Your freaking mind.
That's because we're blinded to read the story.
I look at myself with horror. Like, what am I thinking?
Because you were buying it to read the story.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, right? And now it's like cover and cover and cover and cover.
It's the same book.
Con books don't do anything for me unless there's one for Dr. Afro. Well, you see, that's if you're looking for the person or the character that you want, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Collect what you love.
That's right.
Here we go, Trev.
There you go, Trev.
Spencer has one and I have one.
Was it you or your son that collected the Dr. Afra stuff?
He got me hooked onto it. He still collects it, but he got me hooked on it. But no, he started it.
Yeah,
$10 a pop. Yeah,
Dave got the Superman 78 con exclusives. He went there. That was what he wanted to get, and he got those. And he was saying, "Did you get them?" I said, "Did you watch my video on Burnout?" I said, I've got a whole different, and Pretty Fly can't even gauge the whole thing. He's showing all these great covers. I said, those are really great. I'm glad you got them. Did you get in it? Nope. I said, nope. I am resisting this. This is the way that I'm controlling my whole comic collecting scenario. I'll buy what I'm collecting, but I'm not going to go out and say, great cover, exclusive, this and that. I'm not going to do that.
Do you set yourself goals, Joe?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm going back to some of the books that I had from like the 70s and 60s. Books are kind of pricey, but a lot of the 70s stuff that I have. And they're mostly like B or C heroes. Like Milt kept saying, I don't know what your fascination is with Metamorpho, because I'm trying to finish the Metamorpho run. I said, this is from somebody who likes Howard the Duck, for Pete's sake. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
you get what you want. So I've been looking at now. Doc Savage is another one that I like. I'm going to do a video at some point in time because I have a bunch of the 50-cent paperbacks that I want to show off as well. So I said, let me try to get some of these things, finish some of these runs, the DC and the Marvel run and so forth. So I did all the research. I have them all on a sheet of paper. and all that. And as I bought a bunch of them at New York Comicon. I bought some Justice League. I'm down to about 15 that I need of that, or 260 some odd. Only need a few Doc Savage ones. And I got a few others that I'm going to get involved with, but I got about 4 or 5 that I'm collecting now. And I found another shop. As a matter of fact, the video is going to come out on Wednesday. I was looking for another shop around here because there's none. And I found one that was only about 35 minutes away in Connecticut, which is not too far from me. And I went there and I took video. It's funny because the guy who's working there, I said, can I take some video in here? I said, I'm going to do a YouTube thing so people know about it. He goes, well, I guess so. He goes, I don't own the place. He says, but I guess so. He goes, but you can't take any video of me because I have to maintain my secret identity. So I said, okay, man.
Somebody who works at a comic shop.
I said, okay, man, I'm all right. I won't take any video of you. So I went around. So that'll come out on Wednesday. It's a pretty nice shop. I'm going to go back there. I didn't have a lot of time, to do that, to look through everything that was there. So I do want to go back when I have, an hour or more that I could spend and go through everything that's there. But I was searching for Conan number 4. Ooh. And the one place in the mall, there's a Newberry comic book shop, which is a chain, and they have some new comics there. And I've been able to pick up the Conan there. But this time when I went, it was just a Thursday after it came out. He says, oh, I sold them out already. I didn't have too many copies. So I said, damn. So I said, okay. So I said, where else can I go? And when I was there, I saw that there was this shop and it was only about 15 minutes away from where I was. Well, let me give it a shot. And it turned out, well, he had the Conan, picked that up. He only had two of the covers. So I picked up the one that looked the best to me, But, Tina's cursing.
Oh, Tina is like fired up there.
I don't give 2 shakes of a stick if people don't like what I collect. Whoa. Yeah.
That's right, Tina. You tell them. You tell them.
I got a pen. I'll shake that thing.
That's feisty. Yeah. So anyway, so that's my thing. I'm not going to, I think right now, Conan is the only new book I'm actually looking to buy.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
that's a good one to buy.
It's a good one. Gary and I are just shocked right now. Like, yes.
I mean, I might buy some other cover that I really, really like or whatever, or something like that. But the other stuff, I read it online. I just read, I'm going to do a video on this, I think, because I just read Paper Girls from a few years ago.
Oh, that's a great series.
It's a fantastic book. But I read it online from my library.
It's too bad that the TV show got canceled.
Right. So
I remember got optioned, but
I have a list of 4 or 5 of these.
They did season 1, left us at a cliffhanger, and it's not been renewed. That was delightful. Well, but it's okay. They were following the comic books pretty well.
The book is, well, that's good because I didn't see the TV show because I didn't know anything about it. But now I'm investigating these things too. I find that there's a lot of books. I mean, Steve, you know a lot of these. Mark knows a lot about them too, which really amazes me, all this stuff that you've read. But I didn't know anything about this. I had a pretty narrow focus, right?
Right. Check out Deadly Class. That's another cool one. That one ended, and it was a TV series as well.
Was it?
Yeah, and that one followed the books exactly.
Okay. Well, so in my view, I'm looking for these things that I haven't read before. I might pick up a trade. I've picked up a couple of trades to read.
Yeah, they're handy to read like that.
But my first thing is to go to one of these sites and to see some of the library sites that I have and some other sites and see whether it's there electronically. Yeah, and if it is, I'll read it.
Yeah, there's the DC and the Marvel channels there that you can get books.
Right, but I do the DC. Most of the Marvel I get from the library.
Right,
and I do it that way.
Yeah, my local library's got a lot of the trade paperbacks too that I would grab on occasion.
Right, exactly. And so I don't have to buy it. There's your Afra.
Yeah, these are Spencer's.
It's a nice covers. Let me make you big if you want to show them. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Trev's in here. He likes them. And I was just sitting here and listening. I was like, hey,
Afra.
I like the one in your right hand. That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know. If you're talking about cool reads, Joe. Yeah. Like, this is a cool read, man. Read all the Dr. Afra stuff. You'll be shocked. It's one of the best characters out there.
Marvel's actually done well with the Star Wars series. Like I was reading Darth Vader and what was the other one with the bounty hunters, and they were great.
Oh, the War of the Bounty Hunters is one of the best comic book stories in the last 10 years. I mean, that's saying a lot. Like, it was just such a good story.
Well, so Afra has not made an appearance yet in any of the Star Wars stuff, right? The TV or the movies.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't know if she was in any of the animated stuff. I don't think so, though, right? That was old. She's a rather new character, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a new character. And that's another thing, too. I was always a Star Trek guy. I did watch like the first 3, which are really the middle 3 episodes way back in the 70s of Star Wars. And I watched like 1 and 2, I think, episodes 1 and 2 when they came out. But I didn't watch any of the TV shows, none of the stuff like that until The Mandalorian came on.
Mm-hmm.
And it intrigued me. And then I watched Boba Fett. I watched, I don't know, watched a couple of the other ones came in. And so I said to myself, wow, I should really go back and watch these because they're pretty good. So I went to, there he goes. I was waiting for that to come out.
There it is.
Where's your rocket pack? That's what I want to see. Where's the rocket pack?
Yeah.
So I went and I got a list of chronological order of all the Star Wars movies and TV shows, and I'm making my way through it.
Oh wow, that's a big endeavor.
And you know something? It's really good because it actually does follow chronologically.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen some of the ones already, like Ahsoka and all that, so I kind of know what's happening. But watching some of the other like the Clone Wars, that animated series was 7 seasons. That was fantastic.
I love the Clone Wars. I don't care that it's a cartoon. I think it's amazing series.
And watch the Bad Batch. You'll love that too.
I did.
Another good one.
Yes. That's terrific too. Because chronologically it comes after it, right? Because they were introduced in the Clone Wars in 1 or 2 episodes. And chronology comes after. And this, so I mean, there's supposed to be another season of the Bad Batch coming out because they left it kind of on a open note as to what's going to happen with them and so forth.
Yeah, Marvel's coming out with
a.
What's that?
I can't get my head around this. You're a Conan fan, and now it's Star Wars. Like, what is going on with
I'm expanding my horizon.
He's enlightened, okay? He's enlightened. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly acceptable.
You wait until your 7th decade to expand your horizons. Yeah, there's hope for the world, buddy.
Go Joe.
See now G.I. Joe is not one I ever got into, so I don't know.
Yet? Wait till your 80s. You'll be into G.I. Joe.
Look,
you're too young yet.
I'm watching Star Trek. I'm watching like Lower Decks. I've watched. Star Trek's still amazing. Yeah, I like Star Trek better than Star Wars. But I still like Star Wars.
Yep. What's Frogworld? I heard some rumor that George Lucas wants to buy Star Wars back. That's going to cost him a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know if he can afford it now.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
No,
he sold it for $4 billion,
Disney, and it'll never come back. But I heard that the Bad Batch, they're going to do a comic book of that, aren't they, on Marvel? That's coming out.
Oh.
I tell you, those 2 animated series, they use like a 3D type of animated series. So their bodies or their legs, they'll look a little bit funny, but it doesn't make any difference. The stories are just so good.
Yeah.
When I was doing the Clone Wars, I would go upstairs at like 7 o'clock and watch 3 or 4 of them. I couldn't get enough of it.
Yep.
When it was over, I was sad.
I know my son got me onto it because I wasn't a big fan of the animated series, and I started watching it. I'm going, oh, it's going to be crap. And like you, I got sucked in. Next thing you know, I'm just blasting through the episodes.
Yeah.
Well, that's one good thing about not having to, wait for it to come up in a week when it's there.
Yeah, you can binge it.
Is this what it's like to be retired?
Apparently.
I am so jealous.
No. I do a lot of stuff. Did you miss my sad story in the beginning about having to drive 2.5 hours up to Massachusetts to?
Yeah, but Joe, I have to do things like that and work, and then try to find time for myself.
I worked for 42 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you get to the 42-year mark, You're okay.
Okay, wait. Let me think. How old am I now?
After college, 42 years.
But if
after
it's a
college.
career, it's not really work, because if you enjoy what you do, it's a pleasure to go in every day. And if it isn't a pleasure to go in every day, you're doing it wrong.
This is true. Hey, I'm at 34 years of working and paying taxes nonstop. So there, eat that.
I'm still paying taxes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that never ends. Death and taxes. Those are the two things.
No. But 34 years, I'm catching up.
One reason
you're
to
getting
leave New
there.
York is to get out from under the estate tax here.
Yeah.
You realize they've, it's just, I don't want to get into it. It's just crazy.
That's a rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole.
Comic book show. Back to the comic book.
Back to the comic books. Yeah. So anyway, the Star Wars, he's trying to get me into G.I. Joe. Look, I just took on Conan, right? I can't take on G.I. Joe as well.
Oh, these are just my little digest books, you know.
Nice.
Nutty.
I'll get you down a rabbit hole. Be like,
but I have to tell you though, going to that shop, I told you there's going to be the video is going to be on Wednesday. Going to that shop, I did get into a rabbit hole because he had these dollar bins, and I found 3 issues of a particular series and 1 issue of another one that I had some interest in at one time, and I said, oh, maybe I'll start looking for these too. So you'll see on Wednesday when you take a look at that.
Excellent.
Trevor's saying, did he sell it for $3 billion? But I think he sold it for 4. Yeah, Chris, I think it was $4 billion. He sold Star Wars.
Yeah, it was $4 billion.
$4 billion, yeah.
Because now
imagine that
amazing amount of money, but
it's got to be worth a lot more than that now.
Yeah,
you know,
just inflation. Just
even with inflation, you're right, but just a lot more than that now. It's just crazy with respect to that. Well, what else did I want to say? Well, all right. Well, getting back to the comics and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm only buying Conan right now. That's the only thing that's on my list. And it's not even on a pull list because I can't have a pull list with one comic book. I just go to this, whatever store I could find, and I buy 1 or 2 of the issues and I put it together. So that's Gary. We kept on telling me, Joe, you should buy this. It's really good. And I have to say, I'm enjoying it. I think it's really good. It's a good story.
It is. It's
I haven't read issue 3 and 4 yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just picked up 4 last week. So
you just have to put a Canadian on the writing team and you're good to go.
There you go.
That's all the world needs.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to talk about something else, but I did want to bring up one thing, which I want to share the screen on here, if I can find it. Okay. And that's the Anachronic College of Comic Book Knowledge.
Yes.
So this is my new baby, and we were lucky enough to have Rob Fatstacks of Comics come on the first show, and he actually made it to a doctorate, so he's now his Dr. Fatstacks, you know. And this Friday at 3, or the 3 at 9, it's not going to be at 9 p.m. I got the wrong one up there. Hold on a second. We changed the time. Give me a sec. I pulled the wrong one up. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Okay. So if you take a look at it, you'll see it's going to be at 8.
Oh, instead of 9.
Yeah, because 9 o'clock on Fridays, there's so many different shows on.
Yeah, people turn into pumpkins and have to go to bed.
Well, yeah, and plus the other thing is a lot of times it gets a little bit late, and you know, besides being retired, it's you know, it's something where it's better. You can watch something else too, or you can go ahead and
unwind,
go to sleep, or what have you. You know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the 8 o'clock version here.
After learning all that knowledge, your brain needs a rest. It's time for bed. Really,
absolutely.
Even if you're
university.
in
Yeah, it's hard on you in university. It's a lot of studying.
It truly is. Huh?
Oh, sorry, college. Yeah, you guys have we got college and universities up here.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
It's the same. Colleges are smaller. They maybe only have a few little small schools. Universities have colleges within them.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if I can get here. Let me see. All right, let me get rid of this other one.
Click,
and we should be good to go.
We're clicking and we're buffering.
Yeah, we're trying.
Looking, scrolling.
This is the way with YouTubers. This is the way.
All right. There's so many things, you know, I mean, I can't complain. StreamYard does a good job. Yeah. But this should be easier to do than having to click a million different things to get where you want to get to.
Yeah, I got to try this out. I got to do a live stream.
There we go.
At some point.
Okay.
Oh, yay! 8:00.
So it's on.
It's been circled.
Wow.
Yeah, I circled it. So
where am I at? That's a
I'm
Friday.
looking for applicants. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Rob and Chris, the comic vet, contacted me and said they wanted to be on. And of course, Rob worked for Comics Curing Cancer. Chris is going to be working for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. You know,
that's a good one.
Yes, which is a good one, which I did last year. So here's the way it works, guys that are here, and anybody watching this on a replay. There's a link in the description. All right, or you can. Let me see if I got that here. I think I got it already. Or you can. Yeah, here we go. Or you can send something to me at Instagram at Anachronic Comics, right? So here's the way it works. You contact me by either Instagram message or fill out the form. There's a link. You fill out the form, you hit send, and I'll get it, right? And in that, what you basically do is give me some information, right? Give me your full name because I don't have it. Some of you guys I know, but I'd like to have your full name. What the charity is that you want to play for. And also, then I need to have the a link to the website for the charity too, because I'm going to have to check it out to make sure it's okay. All right. And then you're going to tell me what the topic is that you want to study for. So, for example, Rob picked Spider-Man 2099, right? And Chris, being a big Spider-Man fan, just picked Peter Parker Spider-Man. The professor that joined me on the first show was Gary B, and he's going to be the professor on the show on Friday as well. Excellent. There'll be 5 questions, right? If you get one question right, the first question is the easy question. It's the admission question, so you get admitted to the college. Then you get 4 questions. Each question is a little bit harder than the other, but not very hard. All right. And it's based on the topic that you picked. So it'd be something that you really know a lot about, right?
Let's hope.
And depending, for every question you get right, I give $5 to your charity. So if you get all 5 of them right, all right, it's not $25, but I double it. Okay. I double it to $50. Okay. And if you are the applicant, if you get all 5, if you get 2 of them right, you have an associate's degree. You go on our board. There'll be a board at the end. If you get the 3rd one right, then you get a bachelor's degree. If you get the 4th one right, then you have a master's degree. And if you get all 5 right, like Rob did, you are a doctor of comicsology. All right. And Excellent. We will have you down there as that. So as we close the one up, we have a graduation theme and we list everybody and what they have.
So do you get like a prescription pad at the end of this so you can like write out prescriptions because you're a doctor?
No, it's like a PhD type of thing. So if you write a prescription, you'll be arrested.
Yes, gotta watch out for that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So Rob now must be addressed as Dr. Fat Stacks.
Yes.
You know? So it's something that I'm really would like to see happen. I mean, I might reach out to some people to see if they want to do it, but all you have to do is contact me either by clicking on the link in the description below or by sending me to @Anachronic_comics. Just send me a note. And if you don't give me all the information, I'll let you know what I need. It's once a month, you know. So we need somebody right now for December, January, February, and so forth. I like to fill them in. And that way we can give some money to charity, have some fun with some questions. And and just go ahead and and do something that's worthwhile, I think, while having some fun.
So Joe, what do you do? Because I was away on your last show and I couldn't watch it. But what do you do if somebody doesn't have the question? Do you get a double or nothing that goes on, or
phone a friend?
No, it's a build. The one thing that they can do, you say call a friend. What I mentioned that to Rob, and he said nobody else knows anything about Spider-Man 2099. It's not worth it. But I think what we can do is this.
Yeah, call Alexa.
We do have a chat, so I think we'll allow a person for one of the questions to ask the chat what they think the answer would be. We'll do it that way.
That's cool.
You know?
That's
but no, it's a progression.
Yeah.
So the first question for 2099 was, what's his secret identity, or what's his human name? I mean, that was an easy one. The whole point is actually to give money away and not to stump people.
Yeah.
So the questions are not going to be dramatic, but it'll be something. We learned a lot. I learned a lot about Spider-Man 2099. I didn't know anything about, because Rob knew so much about it. You know, he amplified all the answers like crazy.
That's a series. I have every issue in the drawers over there. Haven't read one of them.
You haven't read one of them?
No, but I have every issue in that series. Yeah. One of these days I'll read it.
Yeah, Frog Roller. So if you're interested, just let me know. So Trev says it's like Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Mr. Pip. Yeah.
Again, at Anachronic_comics is one way of getting a hold of me, or you can also go to the link in the description below, fill out the form, and it'll come to me, and I'll contact you, and that'll be it. So I think it's a cool thing. We had a lot of fun, and I think it's I learned stuff because Gary and I researched Spider-Man 2099, and we found out some stuff. And Gary had a question that was for Rob to get a doctorate, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be too hard because it looked kind of like tricky to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Rob not only did he know the answer.
He gave you a narrative.
He gave me a narrative with other people. I said, Rob, we only have 2 names. You gave me like 5 names.
It sounds like a bonus question.
Right. So it's like a bonus question. Right. With respect to that. So anyway, so that's the case there. So I just want to make sure that people here and the people watch it know it, because, I can reach out to people, but, I'd like you, if you want to volunteer and potentially get some money for your favorite charity. That's one way to do it.
I'm betting Matt or Gary could do good with the Conan trivia.
He will if he wants to be on.
Yeah, this dude.
And he'd do Conan. So I don't know. I probably have to get Matt Woods to be the professor because
I have a little bit of knowledge about that character. Yes. But there are people that have so much more knowledge than I do. My problem is I've read every single comic book, obviously the new ones, but it's been 20 years since I've read the original run and the Savage Sword. I need to go back and reread this because
retention is the issue.
What's that?
Retention is the issue.
Well, it's 20 years. I mean,
exactly. I know, right?
Gary will be talking about something, and I'll be like, I remember reading about it, Gary, but I could not tell you how that storyline is.
He just is amazing with the knowledge that he has,
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. He just bangs it off. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what else do we have coming up there? So we do have I am going to GarageCon.
Yeah.
Which means that the espresso mail call is like a week later, right?
17th.
And then we are going to have a comic book crowd, and it's going to be forgotten superhero groups, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah, it is a cool one. I've been doing some research on it. It's amazing what's out there. Milt had suggested that, so hopefully he can be on the show.
Oh, he'll show some neat books.
Yeah, Chuck is going to. I don't know if Chuck is still here, but Chuck immediately when he saw that as being he goes, "I want to be on that one." I said, "Okay."
Excellent.
Oh yeah, Chuck will throw out some good ones too.
He probably had some in mind that just came right up to him, and he said,
no
"I
doubt.
got to be on that one because I know what it is."
There he is. There he is.
There he is. Yep. See, some great groups to discuss.
Ready.
Yep, he's ready. Okay, he's ready.
Got him. They're sitting beside him on the desk right now.
He's jumping at the bit for the 17th or whatever that Friday is to come up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does sound cool. It's going to be cool. So I don't know. Chuck, are you going down to? You live like right near there. Are you going to GarageCon? Let us know. Yeah. But
you guys will have to set up a live chat at one of your dinners or something that we can hop on and start
we'll
talking
do something
to you guys.
like that.
That'd be cool.
We'll do something like that, And
then I can feel like I'm there.
Like you're there?
Lenny, last year, I posted a little video to put on Instagram. Yeah, he spliced it, and he put Alan and him like popping up behind my head. We're in this coffee shop in North Carolina. It was just so well done.
I know he's good. He's amazing. I mean, that's one of the reasons we can't get a lot of the DC stuff done, because he's just so busy.
Yeah,
it's hard to get him on, number one, and then when he's doing the editing, he does such a great job, but it takes him a while to get it done. So we have a couple of like evergreen type of topics. I'm just waiting for him to be ready so that we can go ahead and record the stuff. And so then you can take your time, to get the stuff done. So
hey, Chuck is going to be at GarageCon.
Yeah, I posted already. He said yes.
And Richard, no, he's not changing the date.
Rich, you keep asking him about that. He's not going to do it.
Rich, you gotta set a GarageCon at your house. Is what you gotta do.
There you go.
On your date.
Wait a minute. I think that Reggie copyrighted or trademarked GarageCon.
Yeah, he did. TM'd.
Yeah. So you can't use that. You have to come up with something else like
a
basement
2020
basement con.
Yeah.
Basement con sounds good.
Carport con. Oh, sorry, I got that one. TM.
Carport con.
You got that one.
There's alliteration there at least, so that's not so bad.
That's it. You got to have it rhyme,
Yeah.
So Steve, I just have to say, Steve was nice enough to give me credit for his entry thing, because I played around with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But you should have seen what I deleted it now. But you should have seen what I actually did with it. I had the thing flipping around, coming back around.
Oh, did you?
And I said he wanted something simple, so I'm going to simplify.
I'm a simple guy.
But I was having fun with it.
Okay.
Yes. GarageCon.
Yeah.
That's a Star Trek reference.
Yes, that is. Richard Montalban.
Con Air.
He was the best con ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's the only con.
Yeah, he is the con.
Yeah.
He was in the original series and the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. What was I looking at recently? Oh, did I get this at I think I got this at Midtown Comics. I was looking for another book, right? For one of my runs. And I saw Star Trek number 400 from a couple of years ago.
400?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, Star Trek number 400. I think it's who is it IDW?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've had an ongoing series. And I've read a few here and there, but I didn't go down that rabbit hole. But I saw 400, and it had like the picture of all the captain, drawings, right? Of all the captains on the front, and it was supposed to be some sort of anniversary stories and all that. So I bought it, and I had it here, and I didn't even look through it yet. It just looked so cool. And my son was here the last time. My son is a big, big Star Trek fan. He's like he was a kid when Next Generation came on. The later seasons. Then he went out and he bought the videos for all of them. He has all the movies, Next Generation, the entire thing.
Deep Space
So I said to him,
Nine.
"What's that?"
Deep Space Nine and all the other series.
Well, he didn't get Deep Space Nine, but Next Generation is really his thing. He loves that.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I said, he's going to get my comic books, right? When I'm done.
in 40 years from now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he's not a comic book guy, right? But he'll take care of them. He'll do what he needs to do with them. I told him, you can always call up Matt Woods. He'll help you out. I said, but anyway. So I said to him, I said, I got a gift for you. He said, what is it? I said, wait a minute. I went down to my basement where I had the thing. I came up and I gave it to him. I said, Star Trek number 400 from 2 years ago. So he actually was, he said, wow, this is really great. So he takes it out, and I said, now, it's all this kind of glowy type of paper. So you got to hold it from the edges so you can get fingerprints on it, And so he did. He's holding it. And so we read through the first story itself, which was basically it was really good. It was like it was the original series. And what it did was, it was basically Kirk thinking back to the adventures and the people he was with. And what they did is the guy drew a scene from some of the most famous television episodes, just a particular scene, and the movies, and identified them, and Search for Spock, Voyage Home, things like that. And so it was really cool, so he's talking about them, and he's got these things, these are the people I dealt with, and all that. So it was almost like you're thinking of him in an old folks home, thinking back and maybe looking at photographs or something like that. We didn't go through the rest of it, but he said, I'm going to take it home, and he said, I'm going to read it now, excellent. Thanks a lot. So I gave my son a comic book that he actually enjoyed and wanted, which was like, to me, whoa,
that's a huge step.
Joe, do you really want to do that to a family member that you love? Do you want to give him the disease that we all have? Comic book?
Well, I don't think he'll catch the disease. If he does, that's an. And like, you know what? If he does, I'll say, just focus then on the Star Trek run.
I'm okay with my disease. I enjoy it quite thoroughly.
No, I like my,
Yep.
Well, anyway, so I think I'm basically talked out. If there's anybody else Steve, you have anything? You have something coming up on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going through these guys. I got the 23 comic books of Mad.
Wow.
I'm going to do an episode on each one of these and the comic books and a little bit of the history behind them all. And I think I'll start doing that for a little while till I get burnt out or bored of that, and then I'll find something else to do.
That's cool. That's going to be interesting to do.
I'm going to be looking forward to watching them because I've read Mad Magazine, but I truly don't know anything about the history of it.
Yeah, I can yap a little bit. There's lots of videos and stuff out there. I'll try to do what I can with it.
Well, you were on my show that one time, and my gosh, Steve, I learned so much about
G.I. Joes and the Mads. Yeah. That'll be fun. So Richard, I got a couple of unboxings too that are in the queue, but I can't show one because it's got some books that I'm going to talk about on the next Espresso mail call. So I got to leave that one in the. Yeah.
So Richard says that's how it starts. Just collect one thing.
Yes.
One. Yeah.
Spoons, cups, whatever.
If he would do that, you could knock me over with a feather. He just has never shown any interest.
Wow.
In it.
Some people are just like that.
So it's
my son's like that too. He's doesn't really have a lot of interest in collecting things.
Well, this is the other thing. One of the things that I used to tell him, I said, think I failed you, He goes, what? He says, because I grew up a diehard Yankees fan, right? I used to go to sit in the bleachers, 50 cents, 75 cents when I was a kid, take the D train up from Manhattan and stuff like that.
How much was a hot dog?
What's that?
How much was a hot dog?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is used to do. Used to have a hot dog during the first or second inning. Then do, what was it? Cracker Jacks.
Oh, yeah.
And then a soda or something. And when I got a little older, it was a beer. And then an ice cream. Until the ice cream cost like $40 and the beer was like $150. And then
Jesus.
Not that far off. Yeah.
That's where the hip flasks come in then.
Yeah. So I brought him to some games when he was a kid, right? And I got some pretty good seats, I thought, like the mezzanine, like in the outfield there and things like that.
Yeah.
And one time I got seats right in front of one of the, corporate boxes where if you turned around, you can actually watch the TV and all that you could see, And so he hardly watched the game and he didn't watch the TV. He just kept on complaining about the seats were no good. So I said, wait a minute. I said, your seats are great. Look at the game. And I realized he really had no interest in it. I would turn it on the TV. He would go away and stuff like that. So he never became a baseball or a football. I was a big sports fan when I was a kid.
Concerts are like that too. It's ridiculous.
He's not like that. But I did bring him to, I'm not a golfer, but now and then I go to the driving range just for kicks. And so I took him with me one time. Man, he was banging that ball. He never took a lesson, nothing. I said, holy shit. I said, you're pretty good.
Excellent.
So the next Christmas he goes, I said, what do you want for Christmas? He goes, I want some golf clubs.
So you started something.
So I think he took a couple of lessons now and stuff like that. I said, yeah, follow it up. I said,
why not?
I said, you're stronger than I am. So, you can hit that ball. You can hit that little ball a lot farther. So he's become, at least he may become a golfer or something like that,
Well, see, you didn't fail him. Yeah.
Yeah, Spy vs. Spy was one of my favorites. That was always
Oh
cool.
yeah, that was excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I'll save that for my channel, but I'll talk about him too. The guy
I used to like do the folds in the back.
Yep, the fold-ins.
That was so much fun to do. Let me see what it was. But I remember Superman. And
Super Duper Man.
Super Duper Man. And the Man from U.N.C.L.E. What was that one? I remember that one. I had those.
Yes.
I had those. I forget what it was. The Man from Auntie or something like that.
Yeah.
No, Richard, he does not
too long
collect
ago.
golf clubs. And the 19th hole is expensive sometimes.
Yes, it can.
Correct.
Yes.
Sometimes I would go. Sometimes I would go to the driving range and not even get there because I'd go to the 19th hole, which was the bar. So I'd go right there.
Immediately.
Why do the preliminary stuff when you just go and do the rest of it?
Well, you can get that little cart that comes around while you're out on the course and have a few cold beverages while you're shooting.
While you're shooting, that's it, right? Mm-hmm. So, anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for showing up, Steve the Voice White. We're looking forward to your video.
Thanks,
Mr. Matt Woods. Okay, he's going to show something. You going to show something?
No, I had the arrow from the other night, but I had trouble getting it.
Got his arrows.
Yeah, there he is.
Arrows. There you go. All right, so don't forget this Friday night, Chris the Comic Vet is applying for entry into the Anachronic College of Comic Book Knowledge.
Man, it's a tongue twister.
Gary and I have been working on the questions. Been asking some questions about
institutions.
Peter Parker, Spider-Man. We'll see how well he does.
That's a lot of words on a certificate.
So thanks, Matt. Thanks, Steve. Hey, thanks for everybody that showed up.
Yeah,
really appreciate it.
It was a fun chat.
Maybe we'll do another one of these or a couple of these now and then. When I think I have something to show and somebody wants to show up. But I got to learn how to put that the link at the top and let it stay there. I mean, pin it to the top. I don't know how to do that.
Trev could tell you that. He does it on his channel all the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask it. Yeah, Trev, send me an IM on Instagram and tell me how to pin something to the top. All right, guys. Take care. It was good seeing you all. Thanks again for showing up. Appreciate it. Bye.